Hey everybody, welcome to People to Know, Things to Do in the Lowcountry. This is our weekly show where we look at different things to do and people to know and what makes living here in the Lowcountry so special. I'm Ron Maver with Collins Group Realty, and this is the Lowcountry. In this week's episode, we're here at Locals Only Tap Room, Hilton Head's newest tap room located on the south end of the island. Come with me as we check it out. So today I'm here at Locals Only Tap Room and with Shona, who is the owner and founder of Locals Only. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you came up with this idea and what Locals Only is all about?
Excellent. Well, when Side Hustle was closing up shop back in April, I went home at the time, spoke with my fiance and said, what do you think about taking over the space and opening up and just bringing in all local beer? He thought it was a great idea. He figured my face was already known here, that it was a no-brainer. The locals would come out, they would support, and that they definitely have.
First off, I love the name,
Thank you.
Locals Only, which refers to different breweries that we have in the Hilton Head and expanded beyond into South Carolina, right? Do you go outside South Carolina or?
I do not. I managed to keep all the 7 local breweries between Beaufort and Jasper County in here. I have at least 1, if not 2 of their beers on at all times. And then any styles that I can't get, I make sure I build in with other breweries, but South Carolina breweries only. Hence, we wanted to keep everything local.
So how do you decide on which breweries you bring in? Is it on a rotating basis or is it personal preference? Do you go on a taste testing mission to find out the best beers that are around here?
So honestly, it's been a matter of building what I can get locally every week. I want to keep a little bit of every style on. So I have a board that I build out every week. These are what I can get locally. And then I go through all the different distributors' lists. I do tend to go to some breweries that I do know well. I go by Untapped ratings. I go by local recommendations. A lot of my locals have said, hey, bring in Westbrook, bring in 13 Stripes, bring in Columbia Craft. So I take a lot from my customers. We want to make sure that we're capturing their audience at all times. So I do have a few beers that I keep on consistently. Shellring makes an amazing low session ale, 3.8% nautical 98. It is definitely a easy, crushable, drinkable beer. A lot of non-craft beer drinkers will tend to drink it when they come with their friends who are high into craft. Buxom Blonde from Lot 9. Walt is the only one who makes a blonde ale in the area, and it is a solid blonde. So I try to keep that on as long as I can get it available. Otherwise, everything else rotates throughout the other breweries' stock of what they have available, what they're distributing week to week.
So maintaining the structure of the building I know was important to you, but you've completely revamped inside, which came out beautiful, including new flooring, new walls. And I noticed one thing that really pops when you come in is the artwork that's all around the store. So why don't you tell us about the artwork and how you go about picking that?
Over time, we've been working with some local artists, and they're bringing in all of their pieces. You'll notice that there's QR codes. People can buy them. Everything is direct through them. I just want to give them a venue. I want to give back to these local artists, give them a space they don't have to pay for. And for me, it's great conversation pieces. People love coming to see it. And so far, we've already sold 2 pieces.
It seems like one theme that is consistent here is community and bringing together different avenues of where you can, again, support each other.
We definitely want to make a mark in the community. We want to be part of the community. This is where my husband and I live. It's what we do. We just want to give back.
Now let's talk about location and the building in general, and it seems to have this cool history about it, and there's something really special about it when you come down to this area. So we're on the south end of the island near Coligny Beach. So this is one of those cool spots where you can ride your bike up, and it's just a really cool place to hang. It really is. And I think part of it is just being able to take your bike up or just stop in and sit outside, have a beer. You can bring your dog.
Absolutely.
And there's just this.
Outside.
I've noticed one of the cool things about the picnic table, I've come down here with my wife to just grab a beer. And if there's 2 people at the picnic table, we'll just ask if we could sit with them. And Hilton Head has that kind of vibe. And all of a sudden you're instant friends and you're talking for an hour or so. So talk a little bit more about the location and the magic of this building, what you think it brings to the business.
We are off the beaten path. So we are away from the areas of the island that get extremely crowded from the tourists. The locals love to be able to come down here. They have told me they feel like we're hanging out in somebody's backyard. I have people who come in the middle of the day. They'll have 1 or 2 beers. They're reading the paper. They're catching up on emails. It's casual. It's relaxed. And honestly, come on, we all know that's what the island is all about. It's that casual, relaxed atmosphere. You don't have to dress up, flip-flop, jeans, shorts, whatever it may be.
Hilton Head, like if we're being completely upfront, sometimes you'll hear it take a hit about not having a nightlife, meaning late night. But one thing it does have that's great is good day drinking.
Absolutely.
And you can't have good day drinking without good food. Now you have a rotation of food trucks coming in here as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have food trucks every Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then Sundays, Jim over at Anio's Kitchen has teamed up with us. He made us a great little menu. You can order online, and he'll even deliver it. So it's been phenomenal having all the local trucks here, the local restaurant support.
Well, I guess finally, the most important thing is, why don't you tell us exactly where you're located, how people can find you online and
Excellent.
in person?
So you can follow us on Facebook, Locals Only Taproom. We're also on Instagram. And then we are located at 144 Arrow Road. We're right across the street from SB Lumber.
And I think something that really shines through is the love that you've put into this place and the love that you have for the craft beer community and supporting local brewers. And that's really what Hilton Head is all about. You know, we're a small island and we have to support each other and support each other's businesses. And I think you've just created a great atmosphere here. So thank you for having us today. Thank you for keeping the magic of the building alive. And most important, thank you for giving me a place to come and still have beers with my wife on a Sunday when we're supposed to be doing our weekly planning.
Absolutely. Well, you can always do your planning here. We'll make it even easier for you.
Cool. Thanks, Shona. I appreciate it again. And cheers.
Cheers.